October 2023. When AGC discovered that this is the highest of it all, uploading a fake document in their website, they said no, they can't allow this. They mark the building, say stop work. Guess what happened? She filed a suit against FCTA in court using forged documents asking for status quo to be maintained to prevent the demolition of the illegal development. However, despite seeking the court injunction, she continued building and selling and sell illegally with absolute impunity. Now, let us talk about the conspiracy of the police. That's where we are going. The police directly aided this suspect commit perjury by claiming to have bought the land from the original allotee in 2014 and attached a forged police extract dated 21st August 2014 and signed by the DPO, Divisional Headquarters, Warempa. Copies available. This lady broke the FCT, say wipe off the marking and continue to build with absolute impunity, a matter that is sub judice. The FCT administration official who attempted to enforce the withdrawal order were reportedly threatened by a very senior ranking officer to stay clear from the site or face severe consequences. Eventually, on the 25th October 2023, the FCTA Director of Investigation sent investigation report with a petition to the FCT Commissioner of Police confirming conspiracy, forgery, fraud, and criminal trespass over Mama's property in Guzape. We are talking about the issuing authority, the FCTA. They concluded the investigation and wrote a report to FCT Police Commissioner. The then FCT Police Commissioner Haruna Garoba ordered an investigation by OC of the CP's crack squad on the 9th day of November 2023. The Yusufus made necessary statements at the Warempa headquarters and submitted relevant documents before the police raided the property and made numerous arrests on the 17th November 2023. The pictures and videos are available. We'll make it available to you. Despite the FCTA report and petition and additional evidence by the Yusufs, that's by Mama, all the arrested suspects were released within 2 hours on the instruction by the IGP's office. As a matter of fact, the officers who went on this legitimate operation were almost sanctioned for going to these powerful suspects without what they call clearance from above. Mama and family were forced to engage the services of Femi Falana. The law firm of Femi Falana petitioned the Inspector General of Police on the 18th day of December, believing that the unscrupulous elements using the IGP's name to cover up these serious fraudulent land crimes in FCT will be promptly apprehended. Just like as I told you, the petition is here. Mama's prayer was that the IGP would look into the matter swiftly and bring these fraudsters to book. However, to play safe, Mama also sent a separate petition to the chairman of EFCC on the 19th day of December 2023. The petition is here. We'll make it available to you. Unfortunately, the IGP did not order any investigation into the Mama's petition. Instead, he closely authorized a counter investigation by his intelligence response team into the same matter on behalf of the prime suspect, Rebecca Omokoyamu Godwin Isaac, in May 2024. That is more than 9 months after it was originally reported to the FCT Police Commissioner by Mama Yusuf. This led to harassment and intimidation of family and friends of Mama Yusufu family, alongside an innocent journalist, Emmanuel Abo of Premium Times, who was investigating the matter prior to publishing it. This harassment by the police only stopped after Falana and Falana wrote to IGP to protest and and Premium Times exposed the matter. Copies will make it available to you. Without going into much of the details with the ongoing investigation, we can confirm that EFCC conducted a thorough investigation and professional investigation and have concluded their investigation. It is important to note that in the course of this EFCC investigation, it was discovered that the same suspect, Rebecca Omokoyamu, aka Bikisu, also forged AGs and CAC documents of the same Yusufu family lands in Katampe in a brazen and unbelievable fraudulent scheme, and sold off some to many innocent Nigerians. Thankfully, the EFCC restored confidence in the system on this particular matter by securing an interim forfeiture order on the 20th day of December 2024 from the Federal High Court in Abuja, Federal High Court Abuja Division, and has begun to recover the stolen properties from Mama and her family. We'll make the copy of the forfeiture order available for you. The Nigerian police, who refused to investigate this matter when it was reported to them, have continued to frustrate their quest for justice by continuously interfering with the investigated and now encouraging these land grabbing fraudsters to fully occupy one part of the property, which has now been criminally and illegally occupied with full protection of many fully armed policemen who are paid with our taxpayers' money. The Yusufus also believe that the actions of the Inspector General of Police to stop the illegitimate criminal investigation of Rebecca Omokoyamo Godwin Isaac, who happens to be a close friend and confidant to be a close friend and confidant of his oath of office, and call for a thorough independent investigation of this matter. The point we are trying to make is that now that it has been shown by several publications, by write-up, by pictures, by videos, that this Rebecca Omokoyamo Godwin Isaac is a very close friend to Inspector General of Police, we are asking Inspector General of Police to stay clear from this investigation, because you have an interest to protect, so that an independent body should look into it. Facts of the matter: the Nigerian police has been most insensitive to the plight of 79-year-old Mama Yusuf and her family. They are not faceless, they are not cowards, and have no reason to hide, because they have worked for their livelihoods and do not deserve to have their properties stolen by anyone, no matter how highly connected. Contrary to ACP Adejobi's claim in his press release, this matter is purely criminal and involves criminal conspiracy, forgery, fraudulent sales, and criminal trespass of property, and we challenge him to prove otherwise. Now Nigerians are keen to know. In fact, the suspect's lawyer and company secretary had to withdraw from the matter he filed in court, because he has become aware, he's now aware of the facts and the possibility and the possible implication it has on his reputation as a lawyer. This matter was reported to the Nigerian police on several occasions, but the investigation was compromised, stopped for no justifiable reason. To make the matter worse, are not just aiding and abetting the criminal suspect and her criminality, but they tried to intimidate the victims while protecting the suspect with police escort. So Mama on his own, I'm talking about Hajia Kolen Mero Yesufu, on her own, believed that while he's been intimidated is because Mrs. Bikisu Ishako Aliyu, aka Rebecca Omokayamu Godwin Isaac, is moving with fully armed mobile policemen, and that was the reason why he can do whatever thing he likes and get away with it. So Mama now reviewed the executive directives made on the 13th day of November 2023 by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, directing for immediate withdrawal of policemen serving under Nigerian police who are designated to VIPs, who are not statutorily entitled to police escort, and asking that they should be withdrawn. So Mama now, after revealing this thing, based on the advice of her lawyers, raised some issues whether the executive directives made on the 13th day of November 2023 by the president to the Inspector General of Police for immediate withdrawal of policemen serving under the Nigerian Police Force who are designated to VIPs to be withdrawn, and whether having regards to the provisions of Section 4 of the Police Act, the duties of the Nigerian police are to be to the general public of the state rather than a selected few. Whether or not it will be lawful for Madam Yusuf to for the Inspector General of Police, that is Inspector General of Police, to immediately withdraw the police VIP escort attached to Mrs. Bikisu. So, having asked all these three fundamental questions, Mama decided to go to court. So, we have filed this matter in we have assessed, because when we went to that place, they said that they're about to be resumed for us to get the suit number. After getting the suit number, now we'll make it available for you. Mama has decided to approach court, Federal High Court, demanding 4 reliefs. One of them is that the directives issued by Mr. President should be come into effect. That the court should declare the police attached to Mrs. Bikisu and some other Nigerians who are not entitled to private police, who are not VIPs, who are not entitled to private police escort, should be withdrawn. And Mama also asked that there should be a court should give perpetual injunction that Mrs. Bikisu should not be moving with team of armed police men. So I think this Mama's matter now is not only going to help Mama, it's going to also help some Nigerians. Because I don't know whether those of you that traveled, you discover that some persons are moving with, there is one that I know, he happens to be in my town, from my town. The one I counted in his house is not less than 11 fully armed policemen. He was moving with convoy. According to them, they said that the guy is living in Malaysia and came back. So, and in my community, Amuzi, we don't have one single police person guiding the community, no single one. Rather, my community now is watching one person moving with 11 police persons.
Mama is going to court against who?
Against the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Bikisu, Nigerian Police Council, and Nigerian Police Force, asking that all the policemen attached to her should be withdrawn. Thank you. We are just asking is that IGP, when somebody, you are a Nigerian, you are a human being, you have the right to keep friends. If Maxwell is your friend and you discover that Maxwell is using your name or trying to dent your office, you should discontinue that friendship. It's not compulsory that you have friends with Maxwell. If any of the person, either your classmate in the university or your classmate in the police college or whoever that is your friend or from your kinsman is your friend who you enjoy his friendship, And the only thing that is constant is change. And the person has changed. Using your name, taking advantage of the fact that you are not the IGP to commit crime. You should use that person to set example. That is how it's supposed to be. That's what we're asking. Then secondly, once you see a matter, somebody that you call your friend is involved in a matter, what you normally do is this case is bad. There's nothing we can do. Let us go for plea bargaining. You cannot ask, leave their property for them. I cannot talk to the complainant. Now that he has given you your property, please, can you forget about the case? It will happen. Then we are also calling EFCC chairman. You maintain your ground. Yes, somebody may call you, but you must love yourself before another person. You should be able to protect your office by telling the person, now see, I'm going to talk to the complainant to do this. Are you ready to leave their land and their property to them, so that we can now talk to them? They can now write to us that we should forget about the matter. Are you know what I'm saying? So where the person is still making noise over it, telling people that he has contact, nobody can prosecute him. That is why we, the human rights activists, the voice of the voiceless, members of the society group, are now for Mama. All these things we are doing, we are just doing it based on what we believe in. Mama is not paying us. He can't even come here because the woman is aged. So that is our prayers. So he should get himself, distance himself with anything that has to do with crime. He is no longer Kayode Ebeteko. He is now Inspector General of Police. Is that his office that he's occupying? Should be respected. After his retirement, like I believe that he has retired, though still in office. Now that he's still in that office, he should maintain that office. When he retires, he can now start doing whatever thing he wants to do. Because I've seen some DIGs, some IGs that have retired. They have joined us in practice. Are you getting what I'm saying? So if you want to defend somebody as a private practitioner, you are free. That's what we are talking about. Nigeria is not a banana republic. Paid by Nigerian taxpayers like they see, like Mama Yusuf. What makes the matter more fascinating is that the fact that the prime suspect is a very close friend and confidant of the IGP. This has led to the insinuation that the police have been unable to do their constitutional duty in this case because his interference because of his interference, and this is bad for our police, not to mention both unprofessional and unethical. Consequently, we expect the Inspector General of Police to commit to justice, equity, and fairness on this issue, considering that the fact that the suspect is well known to him, and demand a thorough explanation as to why this legitimate criminal case that was reported and adopted with evidences taken was never investigated. We expect Inspector General of Police to come out and qualify his relationship with this suspect and demand that he completely recluse himself, separate himself from the matter, and refrain from interfering with the investigation by the EFCC and ICPC and other relevant agencies that are investigating this matter. In conclusion, on the 14th December 2024, the Nigerian-born UK Conservative Party leader, Mrs. Kemi told the world that Nigerian police steals from its citizens by robbing those they should protect. ACP Muyiwa was nowhere to defend our police or release any statement in response to that. I'm not sure why. So we have called on you. All the crimes reported by the citizens of foreigners alike to the police must be investigated. That is the constitutional responsibility of the police. It is not a privilege reserved for only for the big men. Everybody must be equal before the law. And we are calling that Nigerian police, the way and manner they arrest and detain the poor who commit crime, they should also arrest and detain the big men in the society, the big men and women in the society who commit crime. We also urge that if police can arrest gentlemen of the press like you, most of the time they say that criminal defamation, they should also arrest and investigate and prosecute the land grabbers. And we also call that, finally, we also call on the EFCC chairman, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, to finish the good work the commission and its operatives have gone thus so far by charging the suspect and those involved to court. And we also call on the Nigerian media, the gentlemen of the press, as members of the fourth state of the realm, to continue to remain vigilant and join us in holding those who hold public offices in trust for Nigerian people accountable for their actions while in office by asking them tough questions in response to this. Gentlemen of the press,